de la Risa. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week one. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter with Cook. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start of week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1.
They go play action now. Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Preston Smith drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
3-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. 57 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 25 yards that time. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Packers 14, Vikings 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
4 brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Packers 14, Vikings 3.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the carry, it's Cook. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers,
they're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 50 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I remember when Allen Lazard came out of Iowa State, many questioned his speed and wondered if he could separate from defenders downfield. He got pressed into action in the middle of last year due to injury for Green Bay and wound up second on the team in receiving yards.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
There you go. Got him again.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A gain of 2 brings up second.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Ball carrier.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now it's the backup Cousins. Airing it out deep for Smith. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 43 yards. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. The 20.
That's right, baby. It's all
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
For the extra point.
So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousins, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked up by Josh Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, look your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
34 yards. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Bailey got the extra point, and they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
1st down, Green Bay.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Aaron Jones. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off.
It got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, and even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Davante Adams.
Davante Adams. 38 yards. And the Packers are pouring it on.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Being chased out left. And now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
To throw, Cousins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play fake. Cousins. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
At the 24-yard line.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to get a score back. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive.
And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. From the gun, Rodgers flushed out right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Lets it fly for Thielen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Will Redmond. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
But it's going to be 2nd down. Now Cousins, escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Will Redmond. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now, that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Able to get there and pick it. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins eluding the press. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Will Redmond. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
His kick.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
6. Vikings 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now Austin. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Operating from the gun, Rodgers looking deep for Adams and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
66. Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal.
Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And they are going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Rodgers looking to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that 1st win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
By the Packers.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
On second down, it's Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Anthony Harris on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's...
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.